you're borrowing pain.
Ignoring your health today is borrowing pain from tomorrow. Not all at once, not in ways you can easily see, but quietly, patiently, with interest. Because the body is not a machine you can cheat forever. It is a living record, and every choice you make leaves a mark. Most people believe pain comes suddenly. They believe illness appears out of nowhere. They believe burnout is bad luck. But the truth is harder and more honest. Pain is rarely accidental. It is accumulated. We live in a culture that rewards sacrifice without recovery, where working through exhaustion is praised, where skipping meals is called dedication, where sleep is treated like a luxury instead of a necessity. So you learn to ignore signals. You ignore fatigue because others are tired too. You ignore pain because it's not that bad yet. You ignore stress because slowing down feels irresponsible. You tell yourself you'll take care of it later. But later is not a place. It is a promise many people never keep. And the body keeps count. Every skipped meal is remembered. Every night of restless sleep is stored. Every day you sit still when your body needs movement is added to the balance. You may not feel it today. You may still perform. You may still succeed. But success built on neglect is borrowed strength. And borrowed strength always comes due. The body allows you to take credit for a while because the body is resilient. It adapts to poor habits. It compensates for imbalance. It works harder when you work against it. But adaptation is not healing, and compensation is not recovery. Eventually, tomorrow arrives, and tomorrow doesn't care how busy you were. It doesn't care how important your work felt. It doesn't care how high your goals soared. It only knows the cost of neglect. Does not care how many responsibilities you carry. Tomorrow only reflects what you repeated. That's when the borrowing becomes visible. Energy disappears faster than it used to. Recovery slows down. Sleep no longer feels deep or restoring. The body feels heavy even after rest. And you wonder, why now? Because now is when the debt matured. Because pain ignored doesn't vanish. It waits. And when it returns louder. Burnout, chronic fatigue, unexplained aches, sudden illness, a body that no longer responds the way it once did. And in that moment, you realize something painful. The warnings were always there. The tight chest you dismissed. The headaches you medicated instead of listening to. The constant tiredness you normalized. The stress you wore like a badge of honor. You weren't strong for pushing through, borrowing against yourself. But here is the truth that restores power. The same system that records neglect also records care. The body does not hold grudges. It responds to patterns. Every healthy decision is a payment. Every act of rest is an investment. Every moment of awareness is compound interest in your favor. You don't have to repay everything at once. You just have to stop borrowing. You stop borrowing when you listen, when you pause, when you choose nourishment over convenience, movement over stagnation, sleep over pride. Healing doesn't arrive dramatically. It arrives the same way damage did. Quietly, consistently, daily. Most people wait until the cost is unbearable, until pain forces attention, until illness demands respect. But wisdom chooses earlier. Wisdom chooses care while it is still affordable. Understands that discipline today is freedom tomorrow. Because when health is gone, every dream becomes harder. Every goal becomes expensive. Every success feels incomplete. Money can't buy energy. Status can't replace sleep. Achievement can't override biology. Your body is not impressed by ambition. It only responds to care. So stop negotiating with tomorrow. Stop assuming your future self will pay for your neglect. Stop trading long-term strength for short-term comfort. Your future body is watching. It is either preparing to carry you forward or preparing to remind you. Choose wisely. Protect what allows you to work. Guard what allows you to dream. Care for what allows you to live fully. Because ignoring your health today is borrowing pain from tomorrow. And the strongest people are not the ones who endure the most pain, but the ones who prevent it while they still can.
You're borrowing pain.